Morning, everybody. It's 8:10 a.m. January 10th. Welcome to my channel. Today we got non-farm payrolls and unemployment at 8:30, and I'll show you what important levels we're at in a little bit. All right. So yesterday was day of mourning for President Jimmy Carter. Market was closed. All right. Now today he's back to trading, and we got important data, like I said before. All right. Now, why don't we just get into this right away here? Welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use volume, profile, market profile to find structure in the markets along with supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, the most trader price of the year, the month, the week, and the previous day. That all helps me find structure in the market, and that's my edge, the way I choose to look at the market. And I hope to impart that knowledge on you. All right, now, I try to do this every day at 8:10 a.m. Hopefully, you can join me and subscribe and set that alert. All right. Also, if you enjoy my content, please smash the like button. That would be much appreciated. All right. Now, every day I give you the news, the lowdown on the markets, the leaders, the laggards, economic news, economic calendar, the story of the market, and generally, I'm the 411. All right, I'm the 411. Now, when the market opens up, there's data that nobody knows yet, right? And then combined with the long and short trade scenarios I give you in my NASDAQ and ES analysis, with the new data, I choose either to put risk on or risk off. If I put risk on, and it's a good trade, it's educational, I post it. All right. And I post it to my YouTube shorts. All right. Also post it to my X account at Gonzo719. All right. If you don't go there and you like TikTok, I'm at Gonzo719 Trader. All right. Now, I have a new community. I have a Discord. And it's in its infancy, but I would like to have more users come, and that's Confluence Trading. All right. So I have a link in my YouTube homepage. That's an invite link. Just hit continue to Discord. Join. Tell me if you have any issues with it. I mean, to me, when I click it, it continues to Discord. Um, then maybe I'm doing something wrong, but hopefully I'm not. All right, now with these trading videos, please give me any questions or comments. I just dropped one yesterday. I'm going to drop one today. All right, so check them out. Let me know what you feel about them, how you think about them, and let's move on to the futures watch list and see what's moving markets today. Today we have Ethereum leading the pack, up 3.80%. Crude is pushing. Now, crude pushing, not good for CPI. Headline, okay? Up 3.69%. Bitcoin fell I think to 93, up 3.51. VIX is up 1.3 1.16 at 18.28. Gold's up 0.55. Silver's up 0.42. 10-year yield is up 0.35 at almost 4.7 yield. The dollar is down. Is up 0.19. The Dow is down 0.09. 30-year bonds being sold down 0.17. ES down 0.20. The Russell down to 0.24, and the Nasdaq, the laggard, down 0.27. Okay, Mag 7 Plus here. Let's check that out. Tesla, not much of a leader here, up 0.29. Coinbase up 0.23. Not much of leaders there. Now, laggards, we'll start with Amazon down 0.33. Broadcom down 0.75. Nvidia's down 1.58. And AMD down 2.54. Now, Biden's trying to curb these chips. All right. Trump said when he comes into office, he's going to reverse the curbs. So, but I believe AMD also got a downgrade. All right, we'll look into that in a little bit. Moving on to the top sectors. Top sector stocks. Home Depot leading the pack, up 1.63%, followed by Exxon, up 1.55, Costco, up 1.23, Snowflake, up 1.22, Chevron's up 1.18, McDonald's, up 0.51, Disney's up 0.32, Walmart, up 0.29. So it looks like Staples getting some love this morning. All right. Who is down? Well, I mean, these aren't really big laggards. Morgan Stanley's down 0.05, UPS down 0.07, Qualcomm down 0.19, and Salesforce down 0.19. Not really big laggards there. Let's look at the swing trade list here. Get a little more feel for the rest of the market here. A lot of these stocks don't move the market, but it's good to let this see. Now, Walgreens Boot Alliance. That stock has been hammered, and it's up 14.43%. Wow. Delta Airlines reported earnings. They're up 9.08. Well, you just saw a change on me, but they're up. United Airlines, probably in sympathy, up 7.98. American Airlines in sympathy, up 6.14. Wayfair, up 3.68. Toll Brothers, up 3.16. Southwest Airlines, up 2.83. JetBlue, this is all airlines getting some love. Bosch Health, up 2.17. Devon Energy, up 1.99. This is energy, obviously. Accidental Petroleum, up 1.91. Valero Energy, CVS, up 1.50. Probably whatever Walgreens, Boot Alliance, and CVS. So Junior Gold Miners up 1.48, ASML, Semi up 1.42, and yeah, that's about all I'm going to hit there. We're going to go to laggards now. Who's lagging today? Tilray down 8.03%. Allstate down 4.59. Travelers Insurance, now there's two insurances, Allstate down 3.76. Progressive, so the insurances are getting hit today. Okay, Progressive Insurance down 3.75. Hims down 3.23. Roku's down. Roku got a downgrade, I believe, down 3.07. I believe this is Constellation Brands. I could be wrong about that. Down 2.87. AIG, another insurance, down 2.84. Palantir down 1.66. GameStop down 1.55. Alibaba down 1.53. Verizon down 1.46. ARM, a semi, down 1.31. And SoundHound down 1.26. There you go, folks. Now moving on to the guts of the market here. That's the sectors, all right? Let's look at the sectors. Leading the pack, no surprise here. Energy up 1.32. Now, energy does not move the market, okay? So that can go up and up and up, and that's really not going to affect the market, okay? Utilities up 0.53. Basic materials. So this is all defensive. 0.19. Staples, there you go, up 0.17. Discretionaries flat. And the laggards, you got financials down 0.35, semis down 0.49, technology, the largest weighted sector in the S&P 500, is down 0.50. That is due to NVIDIA. Okay, that is due to NVIDIA. So that's not good. Okay, and we're in bearish structure. All right, we are in balance. All right, so there you go. Let's look at that economic calendar. Remember, we got news dropping at 8:30. That will move these markets. Not sure who's with me this morning. If you want to say hi, say hi. If not, stay in the shadows. Welcome. I don't know, sure if Chief, my girl Rosita is on this. Oh, G-Man. G-Man, haven't seen you in a while. Or you've just been silent. But good morning. Now, economic calendar, let's do it. Now, we got non-farm payrolls expecting 160, previously 227. Unemployment expecting no change, 4.2 before, they're expecting 4.2. Now at 10 a.m., you have Michigan consumer sentiment looking for 73.8, before it was 74. So, big data that will come out will affect the dollar, the bond market. We will see. All right, now let's go to some news. Now, before, I always like to check. There we go. All right. Now, I'll do one little check before I get into this news here. Make sure that I didn't miss anything here. All right, we're good. All right. So, Taiwan Semiconductors. Stock rose 1.2 after the world's biggest contract chipmaker reported better than expected sales for the fourth quarter. Nvidia stock fell 1.6 following a report that new U.S. restrictions on chip exports could be soon announced. Remember, I was talking about that earlier. Tesla stock rose 0.3 after the electric vehicle giant unveiled an updated version of its Model Y offering in China. Delta Airlines stock soared 6.9 after the carrier reported fourth quarter earnings that surpassed analyst estimates driven by strong travel demand. AMD stock fell 2% after Goldman Sachs downgraded its stance on the tech company to neutral from buy. Travelers, here we go. Stock fell 4.1 as there we go. This is why it makes sense. These wildfires in LA. So stock fell 4.1% as wildfires ravaged Los Angeles, with the insurance sector bellwether set to face a catastrophe-related claims worth billions of dollars from the disaster, which analysts estimate will be the costliest ever in California. Let's see what Walgreens. Walgreens Alliance stock rose 11% after the pharmacy retailer reported first quarter earnings and revenue above analyst expectations and delivered an upbeat annual forecast. Here we go. Pfizer stock rose 0.5. The drug maker said experimental treatment for a type of bladder cancer significantly improved the time that patients remain free of certain complications. Nike stock rose 1% after Piper Sandler upgraded its stance on the footwear retailer to buy from neutral, and Wayfair stock rose 4.9 after the online furniture retailer announced plans to cut 730 jobs as it looks to focus on physical stores. There we go there. All right, there we go there. Nothing really in the juice. All right, let's look at upgrades, downgrades. Probably some I don't even know what word I'm looking for. Reiterations, maybe. Upgraded. Bath and Body Works. All right. Burlington Stores upgraded. Let's see here. CNI upgraded. Um, Gap upgraded some retail here. Gilead upgraded. Nordstrom, more retail, upgraded. Lululemon, upgraded. McDonald's, upgraded. Nike, upgraded. Pinterest, upgraded. Interesting. Team Atlassian, upgraded. All right. There's your upgrades. Let's go to downgrades. Downgraded AMD. Remember, I was talking about that earlier from buy to neutral. And that's all on this list. All right. That's all on this list. Let's go to price targets. We'll go to raises first. Let's see here. Nothing really to talk about here. This list isn't great sometimes. Yeah, I think that's our cue to move on to the daily charts. All right, we got 8:30 big news coming, so let's go to those daily charts. Let's look at what this market's been doing. All right, let's look at a good old SPY here. If you just look at structure, you put a swing low in, then you put a swing high in, then you put another swing low that's equal to this one, put another swing high in, so lower highs, right? And we came down and pushed lower and then pushed back up, right? Where are we at now? We are 588.05, right in the middle. Well, it's always in that worst location, right? Right in the middle of the model, all right? Below the 90 EMA, below the 50, below the 20, okay? You only got 100 and 200 day moving averages that it's not below. Let's look at the live look of futures here. Now, you're going to see in futures the balance area, which are basically in the middle of it, okay? Over the last month, over the last week, and this year, okay? You could just see this area here. You look to the left, support, 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 right? Right on the 100-day moving average. 50-day moving average has been resistant. You have a 20-day moving average sloping downward, 90 EMA sloping downward, 100-day obviously sloping upward. We have to see with this news coming out, all right? Now, Qs. All right, so same thing. You got a downtrend happening, right? Downtrend happening. On, what was that? Wednesday, we broke the 50-day moving average, then got bought up, right? You're still below a 20, the 9 EMA daily, right? But also in a big balance area. Where are we at now? 513.70, 513.70 in the middle of Wednesday's range. Okay, waiting for news. Usually, when these news happen, they gravitate to the most traded price, and that's what they're doing right now. All right, so let's look at the futures. Trust me when I say that we're in balance, right? I know this looks like this, but meaning imbalance, meaning the most traded price, we're just jamming in there. And you see it mainly when we go to my market profile and volume profile charts. You'll see it there. Okay, so here, look, 50-day moving average came right up to it. You're below three moving averages, right? So really want to see if you test this 210.11 area. All right, up to the upside, probably the last week's highs. We just have to see what happens. Okay, now let's just look at this bond market, the triple-headed monster here. This 4.7 yield right here is this resistance here. It's hit it. This unemployment numbers could move the bond market. It should. All right, depending on the number. Okay, so that's the first head of that monster. Now we look at the Dixie. That dollar's been climbing, boy. Okay, it's been climbing. All right, that's usually not good for commodities and equities. A strong dollar. All right, but there we are. We're at the resistance of 109.35. We're right. We're still within last week's range. We'll have to see. That should change too with these numbers. The VIX. The VIX is staying pretty high. 18.28. We should get good volatility today. Good ranges. Okay. 16 VIX is a 1% expected move, plus or minus in the SP 500. So we're expected to get more than 1% move. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, that's triple-headed monster. Now we can get over to the main event. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. All right, let's look at. And maybe I'll just keep it on my market profile chart. All right. Actually, you can go over to trade. I did a little bit. Okay. So this is the session that I traded. Okay. Now, let's get my marker out. All right. So, what did I trade? What stinks is I missed my short. I was looking at it right here, staring at it, and I was like, it was part of my plan, and I didn't see what I wanted, and then it never gave me a pullback to really sell into. But that's okay, right? Because we came into this 12-hour demand. Now, when we came into this 12-hour demand, I have a trade set up called my D-risk. So FOMC minutes was coming at 2 p.m. Once we bottomed here, right, we hit key levels, gamma levels in the QQQ and the SPY. Okay. Also, whenever you have a flat VWAP in the day session, you generally just stay in a range. And I waited a little bit for a pullback, and then it got long at like 59.28 and rode this up to about 59.49. Pretty nice trade. I will be dropping a video about that today. Okay, at the end of the day. All right. Now, I'm going to open this up here. We can look at it. This is market profile. This is 30-minute bars. So I'm going to expand this out so we can really see the movements here. Maybe I don't want it to make, maybe I'll just make it fat like that. There we go. So you can just see here, that little dot is current price. We have about 40 seconds to the news to drop. Now, if you look at this profile, it's very balanced. Okay. Very, very balanced. And this is, okay, this is the most traded price of the week, 59.54. Most traded price of the month is right here. We're in ultimate balance, folks. Big moves come from ultimate balance. And where are we now? right here around this area, right? So the market is, when it's indecisive, it tends to go to the most traded price. Okay, so we'll wait and we'll just see in 5 seconds this news is dropping. All right, news. Oh my God, what the heck happened? We must have blown the numbers out. Yup. Wow, we blew the numbers up. Let's check it out. Wow. Wow, this is unbelievable. Unemployment went down 0.1. So it's a double whammy here. Unemployment went down. Expected 4.2, got 4.1, and we added more jobs than thought. We expected 160, we almost beat it by 100,000, right? Say goodbye to cutting rates. Say goodbye. This is crazy. Now, that's a pretty violent move. Okay? That's pretty violent. Went right into the next demand zone. So this demand zone finally got broke. All right, so looking at this like this now, this is a pretty significant move down, and it hit this demand zone and popped up. I can't see this being good for the market, but this is so violent. It needs to keep pushing lower. Okay, that's just unemployment went down. Wow, now that's pretty violent, right? And it's recovering. It's all about, can it establish value now? The volume is so thin here. It needs to establish some value down here to start being able to go lower. Now, 58.74 is last week's lows. Okay, didn't quite come there yet, but I would think that's an area we could go to. Like I said, this thin volume can go up just as fast as it came down. You need to establish value, volume. You need to push out volume here. Okay. Now remember what I said. Ultimate balance, big moves happen. Okay. 59, 55, 59. Big orders hitting the tape. My alarms are going off. My time in sales, I have block alerts. Big lots are hitting tape. So now we're establishing some volume here. See this little volume here? We're establishing it. So pretty crazy. Now that we see that, what I would think, 10-year yields have rocketed higher. So let's look at that very quickly. So we have a dollar that's up 0.77. We have a 10-year yield that's up 1.89%. It's up to 4.772 yield. Okay. Gold, where's gold? Gold is down 0.11. Silver is down 0.89. All right. Very interesting. Now the market is starting to push lower. Let's go back. And this is our market profile, volume profile. You can see we're starting to come down and establish a price down lower, right? That's what you need to see. That's what you need to see. So I am going to lift this chart up like this to see our next areas where we possibly could go. Okay? Large lots hitting this tape. Large. Okay? Now we're into this demand zone. All right, so let's just mark off Remember what I said. I'm going to reiterate this again. 59.55 is ultimate balance. That's the most traded price of the last month, rolling month, and the rolling week. Now we're leaving it. Any longs are getting destroyed right now. Now remember, it's the most agreed upon price over the last month, the week, and Wednesday. I expect a big move. We're getting it. Now we're back at the lows. We are in a demand zone. Okay, 58.74 is a destination. That is last week's lows. 58.74. Okay, big demand here. Now, what do we have below us? We have another demand zone. Now, there's a high volume node right here around 58.33. Okay, we have demand. Where do we have demand at? 58.26. And we have a naked VPOC at 58.14. That's just an untested most traded price of a day. Okay. Like I said, you need to establish volume here to hold these prices, right? You went right into a demand zone. Okay, now let me reiterate where this can go with my express chart with volume profiles. Okay, give me go there and show you guys what I'm seeing. Okay, and you can clearly see here. Let's get a different color. Will white work? Let's go with yellow. All right. If you don't never see this chart before, every blue profile is a weekly. Every white profile is a monthly. And to the right, the heat map is a rolling year profile, a rolling year. Okay? And the little white profile is this year. You can see the most traded price of the year is 59.49, basically 59.50, right? Happens to be a high volume node from the rolling year, right? Now look at the prices. The most traded price of the rolling week, right? Right here is that price, right? The week before was that price. That's why this node is pushing out, right? Where can we go? Well, there's a high volume node right here. Okay, what's that price? I think I just said it before, but let's just 58.31. I said 58.33, but 58 around there. Okay, that's the next high volume node. Where's the next one? That is 57.68. Okay, just a little profile tip here. See this little chasm here, which is basically a low volume node. Low volume nodes act as support or resistance, or they get blown through. So if you look to the left here, I'm going to show you what support that is. That level is 5801. So if I go to the left here and I want to see 5801, I want to show you this lines up right here. Look to the left. Look at this support, 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 support. That's a big, big level. Okay, so I'm just giving you guys levels, all right? Just so you can see it clearly what I'm talking about. Okay. Hopefully this makes sense. Okay. I just want everything to make sense. I don't want to just say levels and why I have them on my charts. All right. Here's that 58.33 to 31 level right here. I have it marked off with this box. All right. That's why I have it left there. I left it on my charts. Okay. So we're going to have a supply zone here as well in here. But we left this big area of ultimate balance. Okay. We're establishing volume. You got a big spike of volume here at around 58.99. Can that be moved to the most traded price of the overnight? It can be, and it probably will be. You can see out to here is the most traded price. It's almost there. Then you move that overnight VPOC lower. That establishes, and that means everybody's agreeing on this price. Now you're in a demand zone here. Okay, so that's why we bounced. It's no surprise. Okay, no surprise. Okay, so let's look at some levels. We have ultimate balance, let's say 59.55, 59.50. We know that, right? We're making a move lower from that. Big moves come from ultimate balance, okay? You need to get above this to think bullish, okay? You need to establish value back over to think bullish. Otherwise, you got to think bearish, okay? In the macro picture. In the macro picture, okay? Don't get me wrong, we could push right up into here, and that would be a trade, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about levels. Okay? We do have a nice demand zone here that you popped out of. We popped out of this demand zone. Okay? So, what would I like to see? We broke this level. Let's call it 59.25. These support levels finally broke. Okay? Finally broke. And so this level right here could be retested. Okay? Like I said, you broke this support. Market's pushing back up, right? So very interesting. We just have to see, right? This thin volume here, right? It's very interesting what the market does with this today. Okay? So this area is important, right? If we can come in, if we can get back up here and break that, I'd be kind of shocked. But this is the area, right, that we're looking at. So I'm gonna close this up. Okay. And now we're gonna get right into some scenarios here. Okay. I'm gonna start off with a bear scenario here. Okay, so we know we have 59 around 26. That's kind of like this area of support that got broke. So number one, I want to see how the market deals with that level. Okay. Then we have the 59.55, 59.50 most traded price of the month and the week. Okay. Remember I said bears want to defend there. So what do I want to see as far as a bear? Well, if we pop up here and we can't establish value back into this range and we kind of struggle here, lower high, we're going to go down lower, take out this low, probably going to test last week's lows, 58.74, and then this is last month's, I believe. Not sure if that's the lows or the highs. I don't have it on my chart, but it's a monthly level. That is 58.66. Okay, if we come and break that, yeah, we're headed straight for 58.33, 58.31 right there in that demand. Okay, the end of this demand here, what is that level? 58.05. Remember that 58.01 right here is that very key support level. Just call 5800 on futures. Very key support. If that's broke, that is not good. Okay, or it could hold, or it could hold. All right. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, one other thing I didn't put there is if we come into this level and we can't establish a value up and we do this and when the market starts to get weak, yeah, we can roll over. I don't know if you go all the way up here, you take all those levels out, but you could definitely come down to here. All right, so that's bear side. Bull side, that's a little tougher. Now, if we come down here, now this is a big demand zone, and the market's not that weak, right? Off the open, right? It's not that weak. We come down here and we hit this level, boom, we bounce, and the market's not that weak. I would definitely consider possibly longing, and could go to the breakout level or could go to the most traded price of the month, the week, right? Now, for me to be bullish, like if I was going to do a swing play, it would have to break ultimate balance and hold, hold, hold in order for it to make me confident that we can go higher. That's about all, folks. That's about all that I'm looking at. All right. You just got bearish news. So I'm going to lean on the short side unless the market tells me something else, right? Let's look at those Qs now. Okay, Qs also just broke a key support. Okay. Okay. Now, in the Qs, in the Qs, or the NQ, 213.50 is the most traded price or an ultimate balance of the week, the month, and of Wednesday. Ultimate balance. Big moves come from ultimate balance. Okay. That's why I'm not surprised this outsized move. Okay. This doesn't shock me at all. Okay. Now, we're going to remove this demand zone. It's broke. That was a big one that acted as support many times. Many times. This demand zone is also doesn't matter. All right. So let's look at some levels here. We know ultimate balance is 213.50, right? This is your bull bear line. Above it, you got to be bullish. Below it, you got to be bearish. Okay. Now we have a support here around 212.20 to about 211.66. This area here is your support that got broke. Okay. So it's very similar to the ES scenario. Now we didn't hit a supply zone yet. Demand zone yet in the NQ, right? Demand starts here with a monthly and weekly level here at around 210.12. Okay. And you have a monthly level at 210 and last week's lows at 209.83 here. Okay, if I'm going to get a short up here, I'm going to look to take some profits here. And this is a pretty big demand zone. Okay, now to write this home, to sell it a little more, let's go to the profile chart of the NASDAQ. That's not the profile chart. This is. And let's look at this together. All right. So, if we're going to look at these levels, look at that. This is, now remember, the white is this year, so we know 213.50. Okay. 213 here, it's like 45, it's 50. Okay. You can see price is falling away from it, right? And you can see this was last week's most traded price, the prior week's most traded price. Now, we have a key support level here, right? You can see it. These are clearly weekly supports. Do I not have a crosshair here? All right, weekly supports right here. So that level is around, let's call it 210. 210, all right? That is a key level. Now, the next high volume node starts around 205.21. 205.21. So you've had a lot of volume. You don't have that big support like 5800, that low volume node, but you have this big 210 support. That is a really big level. You break that, you got a high volume node at 207.56 and 205.31. 205.31. So let's go back. So what I say, 210. So 210 is right here, monthly level. Right? That's what I was just talking about. That is huge. And a big demand. Okay? So let's get into scenarios here and we can wrap it up. Going to be similar, okay? Which is good. I like that they're going to be similar, right? Ultimate balance 213.50. Bears want to defend it, bulls want to break it right there. Now, we have this 212, let's call it 17, 211, 66 around this area. That is the break down lower area, the support that was broken. Okay, so same thing, what I want to see. Okay, same thing. What do I want to see here? Now we push down. We need to establish the VPOC lower here. Haven't been able to do that yet. So I want to see what it does in this area. Okay. So we can come in here, try to move into the range, fail. Then you can move lower down to the 210. If you're short there, I would definitely take profits. That's a monster support level. If you break this and start to hold, whoa, you got single prints. You can go all the way down to about 208. 208. Okay. What else can happen? Well, we can get bought up, push, push, push up into this area, ultimate balance. Now, if ultimate balance proves to reject it, you can roll over, right? Now, you need to find acceptance over here. Acceptance would be holding above it, right? But if you try to go above it, go right through it, oh boy, roll over city. Okay. Now, bull time. What's bullish? We have our 210 levels, very, very important. Either that's going to hold or it's going to break. Okay, but it's just a monster support level. All right, so this area, if we're not that weak, if we open up and we're not that weak, and we do something like let's do ultimate balance here, then we got to have the support that broke. Okay, so if this pushes down into this 210, I'm really going to watch in this demand zone, right? If the market is not that weak, off the open, I have to stress that because it doesn't matter what the market's doing now. It's off the open. I'll be interested here to go long and try to move back up at least into this area of where it broke the support. Okay, if it comes back into range, you're probably going to tag 213.50. Now, it's gravy here if you do this, hold, 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 and you could try to touch the 214.50. Okay? It's probably the only things I'm interested in. Okay? That does it, folks. 210, man, that level's a monster. All right? So, that does it. All right. That's the plan. I like it. I like the plan. Okay? Now, of course, whatever happens when the market opens is whatever happens, okay? So, we have our plan. Hope you follow it. If not, hopefully you got some insight of how I look at the markets. Okay? So, let's see here. Hopefully you enjoy my content here. You can slam that like button, smash the like button, whatever you like to call it. All right, and hopefully every day you join me 8:10 a.m. Have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea, water. Let me give you the story of the markets, the news, our economic calendar, and then of course all the levels and the trading videos, right? And where can you find me? You can find me on X at Gonzo719. You can also find me on TikTok. That's at Gonzo719Trader. All right. I am getting some love on Instagram lately. I might put that back up here, but Confluence Trading on Discord. I'm trying to build a community there. Like I said, I just need more people to join it, and we'll start doing the whole thing. Okay? A whole thing. So go to my YouTube page on my channel. You'll see the links for the channel, for the community. Okay? I hope everybody has a great day. Remember, no trade to trade. Stay green. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys back on Monday.